this is Andrew Nowicki from DEWESoft. We are at the Automotive Test Expo. I just want to have our engineering team show you a very cool roller coaster project that we've been working on. Here's John Miller.
Thanks, Andrew. So here we're using a Lego roller coaster to kind of show off some of the unique functionality of DEWESoft, both on the data acquisition side, but also on the control side. So specifically, we have 4 strain gauges on various structural members, and you can nicely see it in the display. We also have 4 accelerometers, one showing kind of simulating ground vibration, 2 showing sway of the structure, 1 showing the gearbox vibration, and then we also have a FUTEC load cell showing kind of the load in the column, along with a couple proximity sensors to show where the train is located at various times. We also have a video camera to simulate, taking a snapshot of a roller coaster. Special shout out, I want to say thank you to our friends at Dytran. Let me introduce Kevin Westora, who is also at the show with us.
I'm Kevin Westora from Dytran Instruments. We're excited to be supporting the roller coaster here with DEWESoft, and very excited to be here live at the Auto Test Expo.
Thanks, Kevin. And Tony Marquette is a sales rep for FUTEC. Appreciate all your support as well. Thanks a lot for that. I'm going to pass it over to Al here, who's going to talk a little bit about the functionality, and he's really the brains behind the operation as well. So would you give us a brief run through, Al?
Thank you, John. Hello, everyone. So right now the roller coaster is set up in automatic mode, which means once the counter stops down to 0 seconds, the car will automatically be released every time, and within 1 second of that time, before it gets to 0, a report will be generated on the previous run that the roller coaster just made. For right now, I am going to push the roller coaster in manual mode, and now it's going to do the same functionality. It's going to wait till down to 1 second, but now it's upon my discretion when I hit this button up here, when do I want to release that roller coaster. So how this actually works is based on the proc sensors. Once everything is working and it passes the first proc sensor, that will automatically start the 20-second countdown. After that 20-second countdown, then it'll basically go back through and wait to see which choice or which logic button has been pushed. And depending on those button selections, it tells the roller coaster how to operate. So once again, I am going to go in auto mode. So I'm just going to turn it off for one. In manual mode, hit the manual release. There we go. And now I can stop it right now with using the E-stop. And you can see the roller coaster still knows where it's at based on not passing the proximity sensors, based on right here where it says it's waiting. When I engage or disengage the E-stop, you can see it's going to wait and pass everything on that track, and now it knows once again where it left off at, and now we're going to be able to do the automatic generation of reports once it gets down to 1 second. So what is really powering this behind the scenes? So within DEWESoft, we have this tool called Sequencer. And the very first thing that I did on the sequence is I am loading the setup file, which shows all the configurations, has all the setups for all the instrumentation, all the analog and digital outputs, and any match channel I did for any type of logic or conditional statements to tell it how this roller coaster is going to run based on certain events, based on the sensor itself. So for example, this line right here in the startup sequence and automatic sequence is basically going to go through a bunch of stuff showing you how to set up the screen, what the interaction of that screen may look like, and what events will trigger automatic mode. But let's say I hit that button I just showed you previously, then this is the manual mode that it will take down that path, and once again, going down that path, another additional item we added was strain gauge balancing. So every manual mode has been pushed or sent, the cars and the strain gauges and everything will be done in this sequence right here. And all that logic is done in these 3 if statements based on the buttons for manual mode or the manual release mode or the E-stop. So that is the brain and guts behind this roller coaster and functionality.